open it up.
Exactly,
but I think also there's not enough adults, like kids know about us, young people know about us, but time after time after time, people come in here and go, oh, we didn't even know it was here.
Yeah.
We hear that so many times, don't we? So I think that if we aim this particular project at over 18, it's a new venture, it's a new way of bringing in a new audience, and who knows where it would
it'll go.
Well, we won't know until we give it a try.
Exactly. Well, I'll be a presenter for you at first, just to play like, you know, the sort of music that people listen to, you know, like the 50s, 60s, 70s, because that draws our sort of age in. They won't listen to like this rave stuff and stuff like that. More radio stations nowadays are moving towards the area of smooth, you know, that sort of music. Because people like listening to that sort of music.
Can be a bit smooth on Sunday morning.
But then, exactly. But then there's other sort of genres, isn't there? Like you could listen to reggae and stuff like that.
Yeah, classic soul,
rhythm and blues, anything. You know, people. You'll find your audience.
What about
the audience
like
will grow.
local music? What about, you know?
We play a lot. Yeah, we play a lot of bands that don't get airplay. That's basically why I set it up, to be honest, to make sure they would get airplay, because it's hard to get airplay.
Terry next door, who runs the LDOK. I don't know if you've heard of Terry.
I've heard of Terry.
Terry
Snowden. I was talking to Liam about him before.
He has acoustic cafe in the church next door on a Monday, and that's sort of people from. He's been in sort of local music scene. Exceptional Unremarkables, the band he's in.
The ones who were on the wall there.
They've reformed after 25 years or something. So he's pulling in all these guys that he's done the circuit with over the years in Manchester and what have you. He's part of Forever Manchester as well.
Right,
Nick Massey, is it from Forever Manchester's their chair.
Right.
So I think he's got connections all over. So
well, that's it. It's just a matter of having a few connections, and once you've got your connections will tell their friends, and then their friends will sell their friends, especially if you're putting good shows out. And then before you know it...
That was another question I had. How do you increase your audience? Is it just through social media, word of mouth?
That's how we started off on social media. We started off on Facebook. I started off as a presenter on my own. I was working on another radio station, and I thought to myself, I can do this for the people of Salford, and I can get the people of Salford involved. So I started it, and then a lad come on board with a rock and roll show, and all of a sudden another lad come on board, and then before you know it, you've got 4, 5, 6, and then recently we've had two lads from Salford City Radio. They come on board because they said our sort of station suits them better than it did there. So, and it's all voluntary, do you know what I mean? So you'll find that it works. It will work for you.
Yeah,
it definitely will work for you, 200%.
Because one of our things is obviously the arts. That's what drives. So it either the youth work is the driving, and then the arts underpins it, or the arts and then comes. So we might be asked to put on conferences. So we've got one on the 2nd of March, which is looking at young people going into adulthood, but young people with special educational needs and different things like that. So we're at Lancashire County Cricket Club doing stuff there. But it's like we want to also venture into different areas. So like we were talking to Matthew about comedy sketches and things like that, which
we don't do all like that, do we? Sadly.
No. Yeah, that's what.
Perhaps we should think about that. Let's get your ideas.
We're just really keen to find ways we can support, because that's our charity ethos. So it might be that we bring in people that want to do a bit of creative writing, lyrics. So we have to think, well, what's the what's the benefit?
How could we get him out there? That's what you're saying, isn't it? Yeah. So, and there's no better way to do it than this.
Yeah, I think so. Employability would, the skills that people getting involved in. So, and it's also a way to find funding for the projects as well. Then
definitely,
we wanted like a satirical show, which kind of looked at national news and international news, but also local news, and get local people writing sketches, coming in, maybe doing a poem, maybe written a song.
Get some out there. It gives them airplay, doesn't it, as well? Airplay for one of these up and coming bands, it's impossible to get.
Yeah.
You can't get on the likes of Key 103, you can't get on the likes of Radio Manchester, and that's why there's so many podcast stations springing up now.
Because people want to be heard.
They want to be heard, and there's a great sound coming from Manchester at the moment.
Can you put a podcast onto YouTube?
No, I don't think you can, to be honest.
Right. I see. So you can't, right. So we couldn't, film this. So, do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
You could film this. You could film yourself doing it and put that on, couldn't you?
Yeah, so basically...
Don't they call that Periscope? Isn't that what that
could do it that way, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know, but it sounds like a good...
Do you have a website as well?
We have got a website, but I've just closed it because I wasn't happy with it, to be honest. I've got this bloke. He said to me, give us 200 quid, I'll build you the top website. I gave him the 200 quid. He had about 4 pictures. That was it. This was on that GoDaddy. And I kept getting loads of reminders of GoDaddy saying send us more cash. I went, but with no chance.
Because I guess that, we're definitely going to have a website.
Yeah.
We can put the podcasts up on there as
That's
well.
it, yeah. You could put your daily ones on there.
Anything like any video stuff, you could,
they could
be
click
in
it on.
the podcast kind of area.
So I think that's quite good to have not always a visual. I think sometimes it kills radio if you've got a bit of a visual. But sometimes if you have, say a live artist come in.
Yeah. Well, we do a lot of that, don't we?
Yeah, we have done, yeah.
You know, like the acoustic sort
of
thing.
That's what I mean.
I definitely think that's good. If it's the same, if it's your podcast and it's the idea of your podcast and it stays the same, but you want to do one video episode. I like that idea of it wouldn't kind of detract from its theme.
It's special edition rather than
No, I think you could do the two. You could record it as an audio and have a visual.
Right.
Right, should we go to a song because people get bored after 15 minutes? Talking off air before then about how diversity shows you can enough.
Yeah. Sorry, man. Bring me back in the room. Yeah. No, because it's different. We want to try different things.
Yeah.
Obviously we don't want to move away from being here for young people, and we've got. Liam started a new youth theatre group, Sound and Vision on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
So there are staple things. We're out doing outreach youth work for the council. We've just got a new contract to support Trafford with the Missing from Home agenda. Yeah. So that's young people that go off and, missing basically, and all the risk factors around that. We do alternative creative education, which is where a young person's sort of not fitting into the school system for whatever reason. They'll come and spend a day with us and do their arts award or try out different things, and we put that together with personal development stuff like youth work and try and find out what makes them tick or try and get them back into learning somehow, if possible. So this would be a perfect way to try some adult stuff. or over 18s.
You could do it under 18s as well. Anyone can do a podcast. It's like I said before, it's absolutely simple. It's easy for me to say that because I've done hundreds and I know.
Yeah.
But at first, it's probably a bit scary because you're looking at it thinking, how do I get the sound right? How do we do this? How do we stick the song in?
I think all that kind of stuff.
It'll come natural.
Well, I've kind of got history in in audio engineering.
Right.
So there's not that kind of stuff that I particularly wonder about. It's the content and kind of getting the stories together. I mean, because I'm not very good at that.
Yeah. Well, when I say content, all the content is get some decent music on and just get some decent guests on. If you're going to have a boring guest on, people are not going to listen, are they? Or if you're going to have someone who's got a bit of something about them.
Something to say.
Yeah, or something outspoken. Because you're not governed by Ofcom on a podcast, which is another good thing. You can basically say what you want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As long as you're not slagging anyone, you can say what you want and say that.
Yeah, but we have to be careful because
exactly. I'm just saying. I'm just saying that as an example.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think we've got our.
Whereas FM licenses, they are really covered by Ofcom, and you really have to do what you say.
Yeah, I was saying about Terry was saying the other day because his internet radio, and that's the reason he does it because there was no Ofcom.
Yeah.
Governance.
Yeah, right. Should go to another track then. On that note, right?
Yeah.
Which one's
B-side?
Got the Smiths, Got the Smiths one.
I'm just reading Johnny Marr's autobiography.
They are.
I saw him. I was at Night and Day watching.
He's always in there, isn't he?
But it was his son's band were playing.
Oh right.
The 28th or 29th, and then he come
Yeah,
on as special guest for our song. Did Big Mouth Strikes Again?
The sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular. You shut your mouth, how can you say I go about things the wrong way? I am human and I need to be loved, just like everybody else the sun and the air of a shyness that is criminally vulgar. I am the sun and air of nothing in particular.